Hi Leo, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Leo, I'll just jump right in. I'll tell you that there won't be extended in this reading. I'll go back to the normal. If you haven't been here before, welcome. The normal reading is I'll just do set the intention. What do you Leos need to hear most right now for this moment in time? And this moment in time is the 5th of November till the 18th of November. And last week I started to do these love readings. There was a request for it, and it felt really good. So I'm going to continue to do that for as long as it feels good to do it. And so that's going to be for 2 weeks. And so it's every other week like this now. And so they won't be extended for this reading on YouTube, but for the love readings. But that's more like for your person and how they view you. So the extended is more about that person. It's due to the fact that I just don't have time. I have a bit too many private readings to do, and I haven't gone out with it to YouTube and publicly because there's just enough on the home front. And so let's see if I offer them in the future. If not, I might just go back to do extended. Let's see. Wow. Leo. Goodness. First card out, your basic energy for the upcoming 2 weeks is your Phoenix Rising. The Phoenix Rising is so perfect because it's still Scorpio season. We're still feeling it deep. There's still huge transformation going on. Next card out is Dolphin. The Dolphin card. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And then we have Creative Wonderment. So Leos, these are really, really beautiful cards. But let me have a look here what's going on. Yeah. Leo, I feel, first of all, just take a moment and just sort of do this. Like you made it. You came out of it. Like you did it. Like I said, there are so many private readings that I'm doing now, and it's nothing bad. It's not a competition who's coming out of what, fastest. Only if it was a competition, Leo's won. No, I'm just kidding. But it feels like some people sort of just are waking up to the fact that they need to drop certain things. And Leo, it feels like you've done this over the last couple of years. It has been a long road, and I'm not saying there has been just overall shit along the way, like every day, but I feel like it has been a learning curve, to say the least, and it has been like you really have evolved, and you really have stepped into your next version, the next true version of yourself, and you've literally come out of something. And this is not recent. It's not recent anymore, because this Phoenix is like she's out of it. There's no flames, there's no ashes, there's no nothing. She's just happy to be out and alive and still here and happy as a clown. I mean, she's thriving. Just look at this energy. And on the one side, there's a lot of butterflies, so it stands for huge transformation, which has led into freedom. I feel like it's more towards the transformational side just yet, just a tiny bit more, maybe just for a couple of weeks, like these 2 upcoming weeks. There's just this remindance of the transformation. And I mean, of course, we continue to evolve. We continue to just learn more and more and more about ourselves. But the major transformation has been made, has been done. It feels like you are really a brand new you. And so, but it's still like, I don't know if you see all of it, but here on this side is all of the butterflies. And you're sort of coming out like you're more towards this side rather than this side, where it's very open and very free. It's 100,000 birds here, and the birds just stands for freedom, and how this transformation really has allowed you to be, I don't know, maybe completely independent. It's like you're completely independent. And if you're sort of sitting there screaming, going, I'm not independent, I have a boyfriend that pays my bills, I have a wife that I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anything. You might just feel stuck. You might feel like you can't pay for yourself. You might feel like you're relying on somebody else. Maybe you want to start your own business, but you can't because you're stuck in this job. Blah blah blah. Whatever is going on in your personal life that is a match to what I'm describing. I just want to say, if you don't feel the freedom yet, I think you feel it internally. And so the external life, if it's just seconds, minutes, days away, that's how close it feels, guys. If you're shifting into something, and you are, and you have, and you're waiting for that ultimate freedom thing, which you are, and you have already sort of turned into this gorgeous transformation thing, just give it a day or two, and the result that you're seeking, the feeling that you're after, the manifestation that you want to see, it is so freaking close. I can smell it. Okay. Here, guys, there is something about like the mood. If you look at this card, it's my dolphin card, and you probably have gotten this card before. The dolphin card speaks about such high energy, such high vibration. It's so much happiness. You can't stand it. There's, lush women there in the water, just having a good time, really like taking care of themselves, having a good time. In the air there's a whole lot of bubbles with a lot of freedom in it, but you see how the birds are stuck in the bubbles, and you're sort of standing on the cliff there going, yeah, I see all the beauty, I see all the fun, I see the dolphins, I understand it all. I'm even aware that if the dolphins are here, my energy might be very high. Like, it's like you understand this whole mathematics of how the universe works, and still you're having a bit of a down time for some reason. There might be some pondering going on about the past. It feels like you're creating all of this stuff. It's even like you're seeing evidence of it. It's right there. It's right in front of your face. It shows itself. Things are coming in. Things are looking good. And there's something within you. I feel like it's like the last... I don't know. It almost is like you're grieving your old version because what's coming, it's like, I don't know how this sounds, but it feels like you are so not accustomed to vanvid, to have it easy, so that it's like, yeah, that was the last piece. That was the last thing I needed to deal with. And now it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, it might be that you don't see a gazillion monies in the bank. You might be single. You might I don't know. You might be in a position where you feel like, every area could shift for me and I'll be really happy. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that maybe every area is just picture perfect and you're still not feeling it. That's not what I'm saying. There still are things coming in, but I know that it's coming, that it's shifting, that it's happening as we speak. And it's like that. Okay, so for instance, maybe a really bad metaphor, but to just try to explain. Maybe you had a migraine for 20 years. You've lived with a migraine for 20 years. And all of a sudden, one day you wake up and the migraine is just gone. Or over that day, it peters out. Like, you start the morning with migraine, like, hello, every day. This is how you usually feel. At lunch, it's like, what is happening? Like, it's getting lighter. And by the afternoon, it's like, it feels very light and free, and I can move around as I want. I'm not tired. It's not, what's going on here? And then by evening and midnight, it's like, who the F am I? What is this? Like, it's so light. I should go to bed now, but it's so light and I just can't sleep now. I have so much energy because you don't like, and then you wake up the next morning and it turns out it's still gone. And it's like so unusual, and it became like this huge part of you that another symbolism. My son has been almost deaf. He has had no hearing since he was 4 years old, and he's turning 19 now, and the hearing slowly is coming back. And we're probably the only two people in the world who knows what he wants, and he's aiming for his hearing again. And the biggest struggle for him when we broke it down in pieces to like, how would it be for you to hear again? What is it? Is there a block that hinders you from hearing again? What is going on? And it turns out he's so scared of who he's going to be when he doesn't have his hearing loss. He's so identified with not hearing that he can't still picture himself with, he can picture it, he can visualize it, but he just don't know what's going to happen when he has his hearing back. And that's the blockage. And that's what I'm feeling here, guys. It's like you're grieving over that you're letting go of your handicap. You're grieving your really shitty finances. You're grieving. Do you know what I mean? I hope this makes sense to somebody out there. Like it's like you take a final look at, and maybe this is me putting words to what you've been feeling. Maybe you actually haven't understood what is it that I'm so down about, because there's nothing. Maybe there is some things that really could be better in your life, but truly you've been through worse, and there's been different things in your life where you're like, suck it, like this is tough. But now it feels like it has already cleared up. It's like it's not too much to fuss about, and still is this, like, she looks, it's a bit doomy and gloomy. And it's all this beauty around you. It's all these fantastic energy and like good things coming in, and freedom in bubbles. It's just a freedom in little bubbles that, flies around here. And it's like, yeah, I see it. I know it. There's freedom in bubbles. There's dolphins here, but just let me grieve, for just give me a couple of days. Like, and then I'll be happy. Like, then I'll get used to having everything that I want to have. I get used to feeling happy every day. I get used to, not saying that stuff won't happen in your life anymore, because it will. Only you come so far, you will look at it so differently, because you're in such a different position. I hope this makes sense. You're grieving the old life that I feel almost is not here anymore. You're just hanging on for the last frontier. Like, is it really over? Yes, it is. And here's the next step, guys, and you're taking it. It's not like you're getting stuck here. You won't choose, like you hear about these people that they were offered to step up their life and they sort of just couldn't do it. They just chose. And I'm thinking about that. Broarna in Madison County. What is that in English? The I don't think that's the bridges. The bridges in Madison County with Meryl Streep and what's his face? Clint Eastwood. Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood, and she's sitting in the car. If you haven't seen it, go do something. She's sitting in the car. He's offering her life. She's so deadly in love with him. And she's just sitting in, there's a scene where she sees him in the front. There's a car in front of them, and she sees him, and she's sort of grabbing onto the handle on the door. And for a split second, you think that she's going to get out. She's going to get out from her life, and she's going to grab the future. And then she doesn't. And it sucks. And I mean, those people exist, and I feel, Leo, this is not you. You won't not get out of that car. You won't not get out of that car, but you're sitting in that car as we speak, and you're sort of choosing the car, the old life, for just a few more minutes, okay? For some reason, maybe you just need to feel a bit more safe before you make the jump, because you know once you're making the jump, there's no turning back. And this is you guys. This is you taking the steps, the stairs up to freedom, to gold, to glam. This is you all dressed up for the Oscars. It's like, yeah, there's your soulmate. There's a soulmate bird. Jesus, I don't find the words. The peacock. There's a peacock here in the wings. And the peacock always talks about the soulmate connection for me. And you're dressed in this beautiful gown, which is in roses, and the rose has such high vibration, and it just talks about how you are in this vibration, and you're doing what you're doing best, Leo. You're a very creative species. Like it's just a different level with you. It's just, you know, if it's music, if it's dancing, if it's art, if it's whatever it is that you're creating, it's just another level. And I feel like you are taking the steps, you are taking the next step, and you see this, like how it started off a bit cold, but not too much. Like, do you see how close you are to stepping into gold? You're just looking back a bit, thinking, should I leave this shitty life behind? And then you're going. Okay, guys? I'll just end with one final card here to sort of sum it together. Leo, you can do this. You can invite the magic. You can invite the next step. It's safe. It's safe to feel wonderfully wonderful. Just need some getting used to it, and you'll be fine. It's so interesting how you need to prepare to feel good. Because if you dealt with feeling bad, you know how to feel bad, and you know how to count your pennies, then it takes some getting used to the new stuff. Yes. Oh my goodness. More bubbles. It's just bubbles around you, and it florerar. What is that in English? It just floats around you, and the card says opportunity knocks, and then the bottom it says go for it. And so, like, the spirit is with you. And you can pick and choose whatever you want. I feel like you're in a position in your life where you really are completely free to do whatever you want. You could switch towns, you could switch countries, you could like pick and choose in relationships. It feels like you can choose your occupation. You can choose. It feels like you're so free to choose anything you want in this moment in time. So I do get the, oh my God, like, I'm so free to choose whatever. Like in school, it was so tough when the teacher said you can choose between this and this, and it was like, yeah, it took maybe 5 minutes to decide what to do. And you know, that time where the teacher said you're free to do whatever you want. It took me 30 minutes to even get started, because now when I was free to do whatever I wanted, it was so tough to decide. So I do get it. It's a bit, you know, it's going to take some time still to get used to it, but it's not that tough position to be in, Leo, that you need a moment to get used to paradise. You're going to get used to paradise. Okay, guys? I hope this makes sense to somebody out there. And I hope it resonates and lifts you up, because this beautiful energy coming. This is for the upcoming 2 weeks, guys. So there might be huge shifts within just such a very short time. And I hope to see you back in a week. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It really would help me. Thank you. Bye.